All right. And then not everybody, and as I mentioned earlier, it's like the DC universe is like the new nerd soap opera. And not everybody is happy with James Gunn, and that includes Ray Fisher. Apparently, he got online and he took some shots at James Gunn on Twitter. So Ray Fisher slams DC's James Gunn over Joss Whedon's pseudo apology. Ray Fisher called out DC Studios' James Gunn for a now deleted pseudo apology about liking a post defending Justice League director Joss Whedon. So Justice League actor Ray Fisher called out DC Studios head James Gunn for seemingly deleting an apology for liking a social media post that defended director Joss Whedon. The way Gunn uses fake grace on Twitter is really funny, Fisher wrote. Him going to bat for Joss Whedon, pseudo apologizing for it, and then deleting it immediately before taking his new job at DC is not. Refusing to apologize for toxic behavior seems to be a job requirement for Warner Brothers DC. Jeez, dude. Gunn and several others replied to Fisher to note that the filmmaker's tweets are automatically deleted after a certain amount of time, which isn't surprising when you consider what's already happened to him, with him having old tweets brought up that were embarrassing, to say the least. All my tweets automatically delete every few months, Ray. It has nothing to do with my tweets to you, Gunn wrote. In January 2022, Gunn was asked by Fisher to clarify several Twitter interactions from 2020, namely one wherein he liked a tweet made by actor Alan Tudyk that defended Whedon. At the time, Fisher had come forward with the allegations of misconduct and abusive behavior by Whedon on the set of 2017's Justice League. Shortly after Allen tweeted this, he apologized for commenting on a situation he knew nothing about. Gunn wrote at the time, I read what Allen said and I thought, damn, he's right. It was something I knew nothing about and I shouldn't have liked the tweet. Tudyk received his own backlash for the original tweet and responded in a statement saying, I shouldn't deny that another person's experience if I wasn't there. It's ignorance. So Fisher portrayed Victor Stone, Cyborg, in Justice League. Since coming forward, several people who have worked on other projects with Whedon, including Buffy the Vampire Slayer, have accused the director of inappropriate and unprofessional behavior. Fisher was also not the only Justice League actor to accuse Whedon of misconduct on the set of the Warner Brothers DC film. He kind of threatened my career and said if I did something, he would make my career miserable, and I just took care of it on the spot, Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot said in May 2021. Fisher's claims also allege that Whedon's behavior towards the cast and crew was enabled by former Warner Brothers executive Toby Emmerich, former DC Films president Walter Hamada, and other executives at Warner Media. I remember him taking a lot of shots at Jeff Johns as well. He put a lot of the blame on Jeff Johns. Newly formed Warner Brothers Discovery named James Gunn and Peter Safran co-chairs CEOs of DC Studios in October. The studios replaced DC Films, which was shuttering following Hamada's exit that same month and celebrated by Fisher at the time. Quote, Walter Hamada tried to protect his toxic and discriminatory colleagues, Fisher said. He failed. He tried to bury me and the Justice League investigation with lies in the trades. He failed. He is a product of old Hollywood cronyism. May we never experience his like again. Uh, you got to give Fisher credit. I mean, the guy, he's not backing down and he's not changing his story. He's not going to let this thing go. All right. And there's also another DC related story here I wanted to touch on.